So this is part 2 in the series where I'm going through and looking at the books that I have digitally in my Comixology collection. If you missed part 1, I'll have it linked down below, and it's also just on my channel in general if you would like to go back and watch that. I got through the D's on my library because there are a lot of books here. And as I said in the first one, I'm just kind of winging it, talking a little bit about each series as I kind of go through it. Don't want to get too in-depth in any of them because, as I mentioned in the first one, these videos are already sort of long, and I don't know how many parts this is going to end up being in general. But with that said, let's go ahead and get into part 2 of my Comixology collection. So, as you can see here, I have Earth 2, which I've read the first 3 volumes of this, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Then I've got Event Leviathan, which I have pretty mixed feelings about Event Leviathan. I still can't believe the name of it was Event Leviathan. Whatever. And then we have Excalibur, which is the recent Excalibur book that's going on right now, which is part of the Dawn of X line. I absolutely love this series. I only stopped reading this. I stopped reading all of the X-Men books, literally just because of money. I loved all of them. They were all really, really good. Excalibur was definitely one of my favorites. We had the Extermination books, which I honestly don't even remember reading that much. Got Extremity, which is a very, very good indie book from Daniel Warren Johnson. Highly recommend it. The whole thing is great. You can buy the trade of it. It's really good. Fallen Angels, which is written by Brian Edward Hill, which is also part of the Dawn of X books, was really, really good. I enjoyed that. Got the Fantastic Four book, which I read the first issue, I think. I know it says I have 2, but I only remember reading the first one, and it was okay. Far Sector, which is amazing. I need to continue it and get caught up on it, but it says here I only have 1 of them. I think I might have bought the second one physically because I feel like I read more than 1, but got that book. For The Flash, I just have a bunch of random single issues for Rebirth, I think. And then I've got Giant Size X-Men. I actually read both of these the other day. It's the Jean Grey and Emma Frost and the Magneto ones. These are both incredible, incredible one-shots that are, of course, part of the Dawn of X line of X-Men books. God Country, which is one of my favorite books of all time. I have an entire article about it on Comic Book Debate, which I will link down below. It's one of my favorite pieces that I've written. This book has a lot of sentimental value to me, means a lot to me. So definitely, I reread that every couple months. It's so, so good. I have some books of Grayson. It's probably 2 random issues, but I enjoyed Grayson on the whole. Got Green Arrow. I think this is just the first volume of Green Arrow, I believe. Got I don't even know what Green Lantern this book could be. I have no idea. Oh, okay, that makes sense. This is the Kyle Rayner Green Lantern, which I need to continue this. I love Kyle, but I haven't read a lot of this, and I need to get on that. I've got the first issue of Green Lantern by Grant Morrison and Liam Sharp, which I need to continue. Green Lantern Earth 1, which is up there with Batman Earth 1 for being my favorite Earth 1 book. It's probably the best Earth 1 book, objectively. It's so, so good. Green Lanterns, probably just an issue 1 for this, but I've been reading this on DC Universe recently. It's fantastic. I have the first 7 issues of Donny Cates' Guardians of the Galaxy. I enjoyed it, but I don't know, it's hard for me to get into the Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know why, but I just have a hard time sticking with their runs. Probably the first 4 volumes of Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. I don't know, it's just random. I have a lot of random issues for things. Harley Quinn, this is the first volume. I'm pretty sure I just borrowed that from Comixology Unlimited. I have the first issue of Harley Quinn, Black, White, and Red. 1 Hawkman book that I'm pretty sure it's borrowed that I haven't read. I have 7 issues of Heroes in Crisis. I have the whole thing physically, but I only have 7 purchased on Comixology. But I just reread this series. I finished rereading it yesterday, actually, and I still love it. I don't care. I know that's a really unpopular opinion, but I think it's fantastic. I'll have to do a video on it eventually, even though that's going to be a shitstorm in the comments section and my mentions. 5 of the 6 History of the Marvel Universe books, which is odd because I have all 6 of them physically, which means I need to redeem 1 of them. I have House of X, of course, which is I need to reread House of X along with Powers of X, or Powers of 10, very soon. Probably my favorite X-Men comic ever. Those 2 combined, because even though they're 2 series, they're very much 1 story. I got this Hunt for Wolverine book, but I don't even remember reading it. I have 10 issues of Immortal Hulk, which I really enjoyed. Immortal Hulk, I think it's fantastic. I'll have to get it in trades after it's done. I can't remember what issue Ewing said is going to be the last one, but after that happens, I'll have to go through and collect all those and read through all of it, because it was really, really fantastic from the very beginning. It's a great Hulk book, which I didn't think that I would ever really love a Hulk book, but this one just really nails everything it's going for. I had the 2 volumes of Infamous Iron Man, which is fantastic. I actually have a couple of these issues in floppies and signed by Alex Maleev, and this is a fantastic Doom story. Definitely one of my favorites, and the art is spectacular. I have Infinite Crisis, which I got on sale, and I actually read this for the first time a couple weeks ago, and it's really good. It's kind of crazy, but I enjoyed it a lot. There's Infinity Countdown and Infinity Wars. It feels so inconsequential now. Like, I remember whenever it was coming out, and I was like super into it and wanted to read it all, but it was pretty mid and didn't really have that much consequence. I literally don't even think that I finished reading it. There's Injection, which I need to reread Injection soon. It was really good. I very much loved this book. Declan Shalvey is the artist on this. But yeah, Injection is great. I read the first volume because it's on Comixology Unlimited, and then I bought volumes 2 and 3. Waiting for volume 4, which will eventually happen. Probably a random issue of Injustice. 6 of the Invaders books, which I don't even think I read all of them. But it was really good what I did read. Don't even remember reading this Jean Grey book, honestly. Probably random issues of Justice League. It's like probably in the Dark Side War arc. Yeah, these are all just Dark Side War issues, which I, again, have all these physically. And I have the omnibus back there behind me. Loved Dark Side War and the whole New 52 Justice League I really enjoy. The Rebirth Justice League was pretty lackluster, to say the least. The relaunch in 2018 by Snyder, I have probably just random ones that I was too impatient to wait. I didn't feel like waiting to read them when I got them in the comic shop, then some of them I did. So I just have random issues of Snyder's Justice League. But I really enjoyed his Justice League overall. Probably random issues of Justice League Dark. I have this Justice League of America, which I don't remember reading or getting, but apparently I have, maybe. I don't know. Justice League No Justice, which I really enjoyed those 4 issues. I thought they were cool. It was a nice way to reboot the Justice League line. I need to reread that sometime soon. I have the Dark Side War. This is the tie-in one, I believe. It's the Dark Side War special. I don't even remember what goes on in that one exactly, but I have it. King Thor, which was a phenomenal cap to Jason Aaron's run on Thor. It was so good. Luke Cage, which again I don't really remember reading. I have Marauders. I'll probably get through the M's on this one and then call it. But I have the Marauders book, 9 of them from the Dawn of X line. And again, Marauders was another one. I think my ranking would probably be like Excalibur, Marauders, and X-Men were probably the top 3 from the Dawn of X books that I was pulling that I enjoyed the most. They were just so good, so refreshing. So that series was really great. I need to buy some of the trades for it. Marvel Knights, which I remember this coming out and being super excited for it, but it's sort of okay from what I remember. I got the Marvel 2-in-1 for Thing and Human Torch. I don't remember why, but I do. The Mighty Thor, so I have 10 of those books because they're part of Jason Aaron's run on Thor. So yeah, I have some of the volumes for that, which I have one of the other volumes physically, and then 700s for that, which that is one of the best arcs in comics, period. It's incredible. The Mr. Miracle volume by Jack Kirby, and then I have the Mr. Miracle run by Tom King and Mitch Gerads, of course. And then I have Mr. and Mrs. X. I have 6 of those issues. I guess that will do it for this part 2 in my Comixology collection. Just wanted to go through some more of them. As you can see, I have a bunch of random issues for series. I haven't read all of them. Some of them are pretty but I think it's pretty cool going back and looking through all the things that I have and kind of remember reading them or not reading them. But yeah, I would imagine, based on how much I have left, that yeah, the next video will be my last installment. So it'll be 3 parts total. The next one will be my last one. But with that said, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like down below. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. I have 2 new videos going up every week. Typically on Mondays and Fridays, but sometimes that changes. But there'll be at least 2 every week, and I'm shooting for a podcast episode every other Wednesday at least. So doing bi-weekly on that now. Yeah, if you don't already, be sure to follow me on Twitter at BatmanFiles. You can also follow my personal Twitter at APBatman with 2 T's. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and be sure to tune in to the next one. Later.